Hi, this is Jacob with RegistryCleanersReview.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at PC Health Advisor. Now, PC Health Advisor is one of our top picks. It's a very easy to use registry cleaner, and it has several other tools that come with it, unlike, let's say, Registry Booster, which is a registry cleaning program we really like. However, it only has registry cleaning, and that's it. Well, with PC Health Advisor, not only do you get registry cleaning, but you also get a quick malware scanner, process manager, startup manager, the ability to defrag your computer very easily, manage restore points, and several other features that are really needed to help you get the most out of your computer. Now, one of the first things you can do is just go ahead and hit the scan button. It's going to be right on the home page, and this is what you're going to do to actually clean the registry out. You'll just hit start scan. So what it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and scan the registry. It's going to scan for drivers. It's going to scan any running processes to see if you have any malware. And the total scan process is going to ultimately depend on when's the last time you actually ran a registry cleaner and when's the last time you actually updated your drivers and how many drivers you have on your system and all that. Now, once the scan is done, you're going to see it's going to show you all that it detected as far as the registry goes, and your privacy files, any junk temp files basically is what these are, and then active running processes. And right here, the only time you will run into a big issue on the active running processes is if there's an actual known malware client installed in your system. Most people don't have that. It's really nice that they throw this in. I would not, however, rely on PC Health Advisor as your antivirus client, because it's not meant to be an upfront protection for antivirus. It's primarily for optimizing your PC, and it's nice that they included the malware scanner, but you're probably not going to use it. And then, of course, all the latest system drivers. And system drivers is important because if you have, let's say, a driver that's out of date, it may have known issues, and that might be causing your computer reboot or other things along those lines, computers that are out due to faulty hardware and not having the correct driver or an updated driver installed. Now, really, all you have to do is hit the Fix All button. What I generally will do, there's the malware processes right there, is just hit Clean Registry. And once that's done, it'll actually clean your registry, and then go ahead and clean your privacy files if you want. And let's go ahead and take a look at just some of the entries that it's found. If you want to, you can just hit edit, and what that's going to do is it's actually going to drill down and actually show you the types of issues that you had in the registry. And most people, it's a little complicated, to be honest with you. Nobody's going to really know, hey, is this a shared DLL? You know, what exactly is the shared DLL going in there? And you know, last thing you want is to have to go through everything manually and check it. And with the thing that's really nice with PC Health Advisor is it's automatically going to make a backup of the registry. So if anything does go wrong, and it's unlikely that something does, but it always could happen, it's going to automatically make a backup for you, so you can always revert back. Let's go ahead and go over some of the other functionality tools of this. And like I said, you can just hit the Clean Privacy, which will clean out everything for you. Let's try that again. Clean privacy files. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to go out and clean it. I had to re-update my PC Health Advisor. I've actually had it installed in this PC for over a year, so I just had to renew the license real quick for it to actually show you all the features. Now we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at the driver manager, and then we're going to go into the startup manager. Now the driver manager is, we already ran a scan that actually showed us that we had 5 outdated drivers. I'm just going to go ahead and run the driver manager separately here, just so you can see exactly, drill down all the data. So for instance, we have here, it says that my sound, video, and game controllers, the ASUS Sonar DG audio device. I can go ahead and download that driver now. Download looks like I have a network driver that's out of date. And if you don't have, let's say you actually have a device installed that's missing a driver, it'll actually come up here too as well. And you'll be able to simply just download the driver. And yes, I'm going to download the driver. It's going to download it. And then you'll have the choice of installing it or opening the folder, installing it now, or installing it later at a later date. I'm not going to go ahead and install it now just because we're doing the review process here. So next is I'm going to go back over to the Optimize section, and under the Startup Manager, this is really where you'll need to spend some time and where you can actually gain the best performance on your computer. Anytime you install a new program on your computer, it basically wants to auto-store it. That's just the way everybody wants to make their software. They want to make it so everybody has to, so it's always popping up, always in your face. and the Startup Manager, you can really cut down on all those programs that are auto starting that you don't usually use. And you're going to see right here I have 8 of 30 items selected, so I'm actually only running 8 of the possible items that can be run right now. So you'll see I do have Adobe Reader that started. Technically I don't actually need that program for so Adobe Reader again. Don't really need that. Yes, I want my audio device to start up. That way I can actually manage my audio features. I use that a lot. Now, when I uncheck this, it's not deleting Adobe Reader on my system. It's still there. So anytime I go to open up a PDF file, it'll still be there. It's just basically not auto starting on me, which is something I really like. Not to have these programs auto start. You see, I'm an Intuit user. I uncheck the Intuit box. I use a Power DVD. I have that unchecked. And some of these, you don't want to uncheck everything, but uncheck the programs that you know you don't want to auto start, and if you know what they relate to. So here's QuickCam.exe from Logitech. That's going to be my web device, webcam, I should say. And going through this list, a lot of these you'll be able to recognize them. If you cannot recognize it, is what you can do is simply Google or do a search for the end process, but oftentimes you'll be able to see, like in the folder path, this says Novastar. This is my backup software. So yes, I want my backup software running, and these are just a list of programs that I do want running, along with a list of other ones I don't, like the Google Update, the Power2Go Express Update, Skype. No, I don't want that to auto start when my computer boots up. When I want to use a program, I'll turn it on. Otherwise, no, I don't want auto starting. By you eliminating some of these things, by you eliminating, let's say, Skype, and let's say you had Kodak Easy Share on the system, when you cut down those, that's where you get the biggest boost. So right in this section is where I advise you to spend the most time and actually look through it, because this is where you're going to pick up a lot of speed. Now, the Process Manager, really, you're not going to get a whole lot out of this, and just like the scan showed in the beginning, the biggest thing you're looking for right here is going to be either unwanted or malware. And some things that may say unwanted, they're just highlighting that's not saying you need to remove it, but just, hey, take a closer look at this and ensure that you want it. So I'm going to go through this list, and you're going to see most of it's green checked. I do have some that's yellow right there, and it's just saying, hey, it's other. It's not quite sure whether you want that feature or not running on you. And to manage these, you can manage them under the startup menu. If you do see malware, though, you are going to want to run a virus scan, and you can just hover over the malware process and just go ahead and hit end task. So if I wanted to end something, boom, just end process. Yes, end that process. And what it does is it actually stops that process from currently running on your system. Let me go back. I went through the Startup Manager, the Optimized Windows. Not a whole lot there, honestly, and it's just pretty much a lot of the defaults that are on there. Clear page file on reboot, enable desktop search, enable prefetch, send errors to Microsoft. Just some pretty much default settings that are already there. Another nice tool that they have on this is going to be the File Extension Manager, and I've used this several times, and just for an instance, I typed in .ifo. In case you have a program that you don't know how to open, you have a particular file on there. It could be something as dumb as, let's say, .pdf. What opens up a .pdf file? I don't know. Well, you can just run a quick scan. Is what it's going to do is it's actually going to tell you, hey, this program, Adobe Reader, opens .pdf files, and you can actually download it, and it tells you if there's a cost associated with that. And Adobe is free. Adobe Reader is free. So just doing that for file extensions is pretty cool, and I'm glad they actually have that in there. It's just one of those nice little programs for you that you get to use. Now back over to the home menu, you do have the defrag option. It's also under the disk menu. And defrag, in case you don't know what defrag is, it basically, you have your hard drive, and data on that hard drive, let's say you have a particular video file, right? We'll call it video 1. It's going to be all over on your computer. So it might be part of it might be here, part of it might be here, and it's not basically in a centralized location. So as your disk spins around the drive, it has to go to all these different sections to access that file. Whereas what a defragmentation is going to do is when you defrag your system, it's going to put it all in a row, so all that file is in one location. It basically helps speed up access time of that file. You're not going to get a huge boost in performance, but overall, a slight boost, and all these little small things help to add up over time. Here you also have a duplicate finder, which is going to help you find any duplicate files on your system. Let's say you have pictures on your computer. Well, you might end up having actually like 5 or 6 copies of that same picture, and by removing some of those pictures, you can really free up space, especially if it's music or video, things along those files. Along those lines. You also have the clean temporary files under disk and the clear recent history, which is going to be the same thing under when you do the normal scan. Those things will be there. Those are those junk temp files that you'll be able to remove. And then lastly, you have the restore point manager, which is nice. You can always restore or manage your restore points in Windows anyways, but it's really cool that they included this in here. So what I can do is I can go through this and look, hey, here's one from today of PC Health Advisor. It's a backup that they made, a system restore point. Before it actually did any repairs on my system, it made a restore point just in case anything went wrong. And from here is what you're able to do is you can actually create a new restore point on your system, or you can actually restore your computer to an earlier time or remove that restore point. And the System Manager, in case you do not know, it basically allows you, think of it as almost going back in time. So let's say today is 12/20/2012. And my computer completely crashed. It has virus infections on it and all this other stuff, and it's just not working right. Or I installed a Windows update and my computer just hasn't been working right since. So what I can do is I can go to this date and say, okay, I'm going to go back to 2/18/2012 and restore my computer to this time. And so what I'll do is I'll undo that Windows update or part of that virus infection on your system. It can really help speed your system up or help repair your system overall. So overall, our rating for PC Health Advisors from RegistryCleanersReview.com is 2 thumbs up. It's a really good product for what you get. It's one of the better registry cleaners out there. It's on our top 5 list. I highly recommend it. The other ones that we recommend are going to be Registry Booster, System Mechanic, Registry Mechanic, and then JV16 Power Tools. Those are our top 5. And if you have any questions at all or want to offer your own review or comments, head on over to the RegistryCleanersReview.com website. You can download the product there and also offer your feedback. And we'll also have how-to videos on how to use like PC Health Advisor 2 as well. That's it. Take care.